Hello everyone. Today we will learn the basics of MySQL and how to get started with MySQL. So first of all, you will open your MySQL command prompt and then you will enter your password. Now you are into the MySQL. Now for our convenience, what we do is we will use capital letters for keywords and we will use small letters for the names of tables, databases, etc. Now MySQL consists of databases, database consists of tables, and tables store the data. So this is how the storing is done, or the storing structure in MySQL. And tables have columns and records. Records are also known as rows in day-to-day language. So first of all, we will execute the command show databases. I'm using this copy paste so that it can be done more easily and quicker. So after typing the show SQL command, you will type the you will enter you also use a semicolon and press enter. Now you will find this thing, that is database, and below that there are some names: information schema, ABC, MySQL, performance schema, Sakila, SYS, world. So all these are names of the database. Now you have to select a database out of this. So you will use the command use name of the database, that is use use ABC. So there you can see there is a database named ABC, and now with the command use space ABC semicolon, you are now using the database ABC. You can see the notification database change. Now you can also create databases by using this command of create database followed by a name. So you can see the rows affected. You can use the up arrow to access your previously used commands. Now I have used the show commands, and now you can see there is a new database named office. So now so this was done using the command create database. Now you can also drop a database. Dropping a database means deleting a database. So the syntax for this is drop database and the name of the database. Space, we will drop the database ABC. So as you can see, the two rows have been affected. Now I am using the up arrow to access my previous commands, that is show database. And now if you see the names of the database, ABC will be missing. Like if you compare both the previous show database answer and the current one, then the ABC database is missing. So the database named ABC has been deleted completely. Now we will use the command use office. Database has been changed to office. Now we will see what are the tables in this office, database office. So if you see, it shows that the result is empty set. That means there are no tables in this database. So now we will learn how to create tables in the database office. Now the default syntax for creating a table is create table name of the table, and then name of the column, followed by data type of the column, and you will also write null or not null, which I'll show you in the example. So now considering the example, create. So as you can see, create table employee 2, and then the column names are employee ID, date of birth, first name, surname, gender, date joined, and that's it. And now if you see the column employee ID, we have defined it with the data type int, that is integer type. If you see DOB, that is date of birth, the data type for it is date. The data type of column first name is varchar, which means variable characters, and the length is 28, which is in the bracket. And now this not null, as you can see here, which is followed by the data after the, which is written after the data type is written. So what happens is, if you use this not null, then when you are entering the data into the table of employees, you cannot leave the employee ID column empty. You will have to type some data and you will have to give some data to it. Now at the end, we have written primary key employee ID. This primary key defines the identity. Like suppose if you are in an office or college, you will be having a unique employee ID or unique student ID, which will identify you. This primary key in this table employee 2 identifies, is one of the unique features or characters of this table, that is employee ID. Now we will type describe employees. So describe, so this is the syntax. Describe name of the name of the table, and we will use describe employees. Okay, employees 2. So as you can see, this command shows us what exactly the table contains. That is, there are field, that if the field, that is employee ID, DOB, first name, all these are columns. Its type, like what has been entered into it, data type. So it's integer, date, varchar, enum, that is male or female. It's like true, false, or boolean, if you can understand, and date join date. Now it will show whether the character is null or not, whether you can leave the fields or records for employee ID empty or not. If the null is no, that means you cannot leave the fields empty. If in null it's yes, then that means that while entering the data into table, you can leave these fields empty. Now PRI, the key PRI means this is the primary key, that is the employee ID is the primary key in this table, and default values for all are null, and extras are like something you can use auto increment, which I will explain in later videos. So now the insert into, we will see how to insert data or values into the tables. Now the default syntax is insert into table name, column name 1, column name 2, column name 3, comma, column name 4, comma, up to column name n, and so on. Space, values, and then value 1, comma, value 2, comma, value n, and so on. Now the value 1 corresponds to the column name 1. The value 2 will be stored in the column name 2. Value 3 will be stored in the column name 3, and so on. So this is the meaning of the syntax, insert into table name. Now we will see a small example for this. It is insert into employees 2. Insert into employees 2, employee ID, DOB, first name, name, surname, gender, date, join. That is, these are the column names, and the values should be exactly corresponding to these things. That is, the 1322 should be the employee ID, and there should be no mistake in this order. That is the DOB 1990 12th, that is December 11th of the 11th day of the month. So this is the DOB, the first name, Ganesh. Like this should be exactly with respect to its columns. The data should be exactly with respect to its columns. That is, the third thing, that is the fourth thing, is surname. Then the surname should be exactly at the fourth place in the values field. The gender is male, so the fifth thing is male, and the gender, the fifth thing is gender, and here also in values the fifth thing is male. So this should be how this is how it should be written. Now let's see what has been executed. Now it shows the result is query OK, one row affected, and this thing what you see 0.007 is the time taken to execute your command. Now we will see the effect of this command. The syntax to see what is there in this in a table is select star from name of the table. That is, select star from employees 2. Now as you can see, employee ID, DOB, first name, surname, gender, and date join are all the columns, and the records are 1332. That is, employee ID is 1322, DOB is 1990 1211, the first name is Ganesh, surname is Sharma, gender is M, that is male, and date joined is 2010 1211. So if you observe the insert into, that is the insert command, and the table command, you will find you will now understand why the command asks you to exact the exact corresponding values to the columns. Now this insert into value command, this insert into value command has got a special functions. That is, suppose you don't want to enter all the details, you want to only enter some details. That is, you just want to enter employee ID, DOB, or first name, only some things. Then what you can do is, you can simply use this command like this way. That is, insert into employees to first name, and then Lalita. The name is Lalita, the first name is Lalita, employee ID is 311324, gender is F, that is female, and surname is Shastri. So the concept is that, like, you can enter any random values into any random column, but the thing is that you should write the values should be exactly corresponding to the column name. That is, Lalita should be at the first, like, if first name, the first column name you have written is first name, then the values field should also have its first field as the name. It should not contain any other value. Now I'll show you this one. So as you can see, employee ID 1324, DOB null, since because we have not entered any value. First name Lalita, surname Shastri, gender F, date joined, we have not given any value. So this is how it works. And there is one more command to insert or put in for putting in your values into the table. That is, insert into table name values followed by the values. Now what happens is that in this command you cannot skip any of the fields, like you did for this one, Lalita, for the employee Lalita. Like, you will have to enter each and every value in this command, and it should be in the order should not change. That is, the employee, DOB, first name, surname, gender, date, this should be exact order, and the column name order should not change. Like, let's see. Like, yeah, now if you can see, insert into so, like, there was a mistake in the date of birth. That is, it was written, it is still written, so let's make it 1989. So as you can see now, the employee ID for the employee Bhavani has been included in this. That is 1989-03-13, that is his date of birth, and surname is Verma, gender is M, that is male, and date of birth joined is 2008 December 16th. So now if you observe, we had to enter the exact values for its exact corresponding to its column name. So that is how this command is used. Thank you.